Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I'm going to start you off with a really good article right here that really tells you a lot about what is coming, and this has been a big theme of this channel for the last year, and I've said many times, Wall Street is coming. Well, we heard some rumors a little while back that Etrade was one of those companies that was going to one of those brokers that was traditional brokers that was going to come into the space. There were some rumors circulating, I want to say a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Well, this article right here came out this morning, and $346 billion giant Etrade begins to market crypto traders, Bitcoin trading desk imminent. And what this article is about is it says it here. According to reports from around the web, the firm may have started targeting crypto traders via search term advertising, lending credence to that rumored trading desk may be closer to launch than expected. And they were just talking about how people had noticed that E-Trade ads were popping up with around the web for trading. Well, I decided that I would go to Google and do this same search term. And when I did, I typed in crypto trading, right, as you can see right here. And looky what pops up, Robinhood, and then TD Ameritrade cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency trading coming to TD Ameritrade. So it's not just E-Trade, it's also TD Ameritrade. Now we've talked about this before. Remember, TD Ameritrade is an investor, as well as NASDAQ's an investor in ErisX. They had said that they were going to open up trading, and I believe it was through the ErisX platform. So you imagine going to your TD Ameritrade account, and somehow that's linked to the ErisX platform. They've got 11 million retail investors, and all of these people are coming to digital assets. Okay, now I'm going to go into another point. I'm going to do something I don't do often on this channel. I'm going to go through, not in depth, but I'm going to show you some people to follow who I believe are on to something really huge. Okay, these are some of these guys that are deep dive research guys in the XRP community. Now, remember, we've said from the time I started talking about XRP and Ripple and digital assets, we've talked about, most of what I talk about on this channel is Wall Street and the fact that digital assets are a new asset class, and all the money that's going to pour into this asset class. I don't talk as often about the utility of XRP, but the irony of that is ultimately the utility of XRP, and I showed you the other day a video from Brad Garlinghouse. The utility of XRP could end up having literally trillions of dollars. I mean, Brad Garlinghouse said it in a video. We're trying to tackle a multi-trillion dollar problem, and I think the figures he's given in the past is 20-something trillion dollars. Well, it could be even more than that. So what I want to say to you first, if you have a TD Ameritrade account or say an E-Trade account, then you know, or any stock brokerage account, then you know that traditionally, let's say if you owned 10 shares of Facebook stock, if you sell that stock today, you cannot get your hands on the cash. You can't move that cash for about 3 days. That's what when I was a financial advisor, it was a 3-day settlement. Keyword settlement. Well, for 3 days you couldn't move that money, and then it was available in your fiat dollars or cash. It was available within 3 days, and so it did not settle for 3 days. That's the world we have been living in. Now I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right, there is a company. It's called DTCC. This company, my understanding of this company is that they do all of the settlement, or just about all of the settlement, not just in the United States, but worldwide, of securities and everything. Okay, this is like a monster. The reason I went back and found this article this is from January 25th of 2016 on Ripple's website. New DTCC white paper gets real about blockchain hype. And they're basically talking about how DTCC is starting to get into this game. But here they say the DTCC, or Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, is the predominant financial institution that manages the centralized clearing and settling of securities. And then they go on to talk about, and R3's mentioned in this article, announced that they were experimenting with an iteration of Ethereum through Microsoft's blockchain as a service platform with nearly a dozen banks. Later, Digital Asset Holdings announced a plump Series A, raising $52 million from predominantly strategic investors, valuing the company at $100 million. Okay, anyway, getting away from this article. So then yesterday, and I tweeted this out to everyone, yesterday, one of the best researchers in the XRP community, and you'll see all these garbage shows that my 6-year-old has been watching on either on my phone or something here. I mean, just as a side note here, while I'm talking about this, does anyone realize that this FGTV is what all these kids watch? This guy has millions of subscribers. He puts a video up, he literally is getting millions of views. That guy's probably making over $1 million just playing video games and playing with a kid on the floor and my kid watching his stuff. It's crazy. Anyway, sorry to go off on that tangent. Okay, DTCC research. This is Darren Moore. Now he's on Twitter, and he's a really good guy to follow. And there's 2 other guys that are kind of right there with him doing some deep research. And I believe that they are onto something with this DTCC. This video is basically about his belief that DTCC is using Ripple technology. And when you watch this video, you're going to see, I think it might blow your mind. It blew my mind. Okay, but he's Darren Moore Jr. And I've subscribed to Darren Moore Jr. This guy is very smart. He's really good at doing research, and you'll see a lot of eye-opening things in this. Okay, we're not done yet. Now, look at this. I went and looked at the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation. This is DTCC right here. In 2011, DTCC settled the vast majority of securities transactions in the United States and close to 1.7 quadrillion in value worldwide, making it by far the highest financial value processor in the world. DTCC operates facilities in the New York metropolitan area and at multiple locations in and outside of America. Now, let's get down here. Let's talk about the money that we're talking about around this company. Look at this. In 2007, DTC settled transactions worth $513 trillion and processed 325 million book entry deliveries, in addition to settlement services. DTC retains custody of 3.5 million securities issued, worth about $40 trillion. All right, now, so then we've got this, and this is the second guy in the community. Now XRP Darren is at Fame21 More. You have got to follow these 3 guys, okay? At Fame21 More is XRP Darren. The next guy is King Solomon, at XRP_Owl. DTCC expands trade repository partnerships with Finastra, Compliance Solution Strategies, CSS, and Katana Technologies. And then they go down, and XRP Darren chimes in and says Murex, and shows this. Previously, DTCC partnered with these, and then Murex is in here as well. And then, if you keep scrolling down, they throw this up. Well, I blew this up because this is enabling interoperability across platforms. I think Ripple had created this slide in one of their presentations or something. Well, Murex pops up there. And then, so I decided, after watching that video, I was like, whoa. So then I went to it's DTCC.com. I typed in Ripple just to see what would happen. There's 3 pages of results of documents that have the word Ripple in those documents that you can go and look at. But taking you back to this and what the amount of things they're settling. My overall point in talking about this is this: you want to talk about a use case. The brokerage industry for years has had that 3 or so day settlement. That is a massive. Brad Garlinghouse all the time talks about solving problems. If we solve problems, then yeah, XRP could go up. Talk about a problem. Settlement in 3 days is ridiculous this day and time. If you could bring that settlement to seconds or minutes, which only XRP can do, it would change everything. And we're not talking about a few $1 billion. We're talking about trillions into the quadrillions if that problem is solved. And XRP is a part of any part of it, even 10% of it. Okay. And next, the third guy that you need to follow, this doesn't have to do with DTCC, but it does have to do with one of my favorite topics. Let me take you back. This is Prince Alois of Liechtenstein, and he's talking about, let's see if they'll pop it up. Prince Alois, cryptocurrency is something to look into more. Yeah, you better believe it. Liechtenstein's leading the way on this. So he's got his poker face on this deal. But this is a great video. So go. Stuart XRP is also one of these deep diver guys, and he does a great job too. At Stuart_XRP. Okay. And next, I wanted to show you this. And this is just one of those little things that just kind of, while I was looking at this, I was like, wow, that's interesting. I know that it's may not mean anything. DTC all of a sudden popped up and had the rainbow thing in their logo. And then I'm looking at Ripple. This all happened within the last 24 hours. Then I'm looking at Ripple, and they've changed theirs to the thing. Now, I know that has something to do. I'm not sure what the specific occasion, but it may have something to do with activism or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, both of them changed their logos at the same time. Anyway, learn how XRP is key for on-demand. This is a tweet from Ripple. On-demand liquidity in cross-border payments with VP of Product Marketing Kevin Mole on the latest episode of Ripple Drop. This was like an extended part of Ripple Drop. And so, and then next, David Schwartz tweeted this out yesterday maybe. We have open rolls in spring, or as I call them, spring rolls. And he's linking to the fact that they're hiring at spring. Then finally, this is from Leonidas. Brad Garlinghouse will be speaking at the Fortune Brainstorm Finance 2019 event on June 20th at Montauk, New York. Does crypto have a place in real world banking? You better believe it does. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family to follow Stuart XRP and follow King Solomon at XRP Allen and follow XRP Darren at Fame21 More. These guys are smart, and I think they're on to something. Thank you for listening.